When it comes to karma, it's not only members of the human race that are affected. It can happen in the animal kingdom too. How many times have you heard the growling and barking of a dog, only to find it's a tiny little thing, capable of nibbling on your ankle? Imagine if it came face to face with a bigger animal. I bet it wouldn't be quite so tough. Here are top 10 extreme and craziest animals fights with the wrong opponent. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notification every day for more amazing content. Chimps vs Raccoon. A new group of chimpanzees is going viral after a strange interaction with another animal at the zoo. On a recent afternoon, an unfortunate raccoon found its way into the chimpanzee area at the St. Louis Zoo. The chimpanzees were not sure what to make of their visitor, so they tormented the raccoon before letting it escape. That punishment included tossing the poor animal across the cage and poking its underbelly repeatedly. But, while you don't see it in the clip, the raccoon does survive this tormenting encounter with the chimps and eventually makes his escape. Electric eel vs caiman. An unlucky caiman had his last meal when he decided to bite into an electric eel. In the footage, the eel flops on the muddy banks of an unidentified waterway as the caiman eyes its prey. Its appetite aroused, the gator finally snaps its jaws over the slithery eel, only to be stunned. Small eels can carry a charge up to 100 volts, while larger breeds can produce between 450 to 650 volts of electricity. It takes barely more than a minute before the caiman is stunned beyond capacity to move. Finally, he rolls over motionless onto his side as the filmmakers yell off camera. It's uncertain what condition the caiman is in at the end of the footage, as his rear legs kick just a bit. Tiger vs crocodile. It was in one of the park's wetland areas where she was filming hit a 14-foot crocodile in one of the most spectacular wildlife battles ever recorded and earned her the title of Queen of Ranthambore. Mackley, her name was given VIP status as time began to tell on her muscular frame in recent years. Most tigers only live for around 12 to 14 years, but Mackley was cared for by forestry workers who had been feeding her since 2009 as her body slowed down after an incredible life. She is said to have drowned at least 3 crocodiles to save her offspring. The time finally caught up with Mackley, and she was found lying on her side in a fringe area of Ranthambore. It was gripping footage of Mackley fighting with a large crocodile that made her a legend. It was the first time the power of a tiger to overcome and execute a crocodile with a casualty bite to its neck had been recorded on film. Zebra superkicks warthog. This is the brutal moment a threatened zebra lashes out and kicks a warthog straight in the face, apparently knocking the pig unconscious. The footage, which was captured by a tourist on safari at a game reserve in South Africa, showed a selection of animals grazing in the sunshine. They all appear to be getting along fine until 2 warthogs get a little too close to a zebra, causing it to panic. It kicks out with its legs in defense and manages to separate the 2 animals, which run in 2 different directions. The zebra then closes in on the pig furthest away from the rest of its group and continues to lash out. Most of its kicks miss the target and the warthog appears to have gotten away. But seconds later the zebra smashes the wild pig straight in the face. Falling to the ground in a heap, the injured animal looks to be knocked out cold as the zebra continues to lash out at it. After a short while, the warthog slowly gets back to its feet as other wild pigs wander over to check on its progress. The clip concludes with the dazed animal finally standing up and briefly charging at the zebras before running away. Monkey vs tiger. It's never fun being picked on, so spare a thought for this young tiger who was caught on film being relentlessly teased by a cheeky monkey. While the primate could easily have become lunch for the orange and black striped predator, his agile acrobatics keep him out of harm's way. Instead, he repeatedly swoops down from the treetops in order to bop the tiger on the head, even pulling its tail at one point in the short clip. At the start of the clip, 2 infant tigers are pictured play fighting on the jungle floor, blissfully unaware of the monkey lurking in the treetops above their heads. Moments later, however, the ape makes its presence known by swinging down on a branch in order to hit one of the big cats. Apparently enjoying its new game, the monkey continues hitting the meat-eating felines, much to their annoyance. Instead they are left completely at the cheeky creature's mercy as it repeatedly comes down to pester them before escaping into the treetops once more. Rabbit vs snake. This is truly unbelievable. When her baby rabbit was being attacked by a black snake, a mama rabbit literally jumped to her baby's defense. A video uploaded to YouTube by user Ramakanthpichara shows a black snake wrapped tightly around a baby bunny, ready to make the little furball its lunch. As the bunny cries for help, its mama runs to the rescue and pounces on the snake until it lets go. The baby hops away to safety and the snake takes off, but mama isn't done yet. She unleashes her fury on that snake, biting and scratching as it tries to get away. The snake even tries to scare the wall, but the furious mother rabbit grabs it and drags it down for a beating. After successfully saving her baby, the rabbit fearlessly continued the fight and won. Rhino vs wild boars. Though white rhinoceros are not usually as aggressive as black rhino, they are still quite capable of inflicting great harm upon creatures who invade their personal space. This warthog crossed the line and paid the price. Rhinoceros can be quite skittish and temperamental. These traits, combined with their massive size, incredible strength and surprising speed, can spell bad news for those who cross it. A mature white rhinoceros is capable of beating up a Cape buffalo with no problem, so this warthog really had no chance. So remember, if you encounter any type of rhinoceros in the wild, make sure you give it a wide berth or you may regret it. Elephant kicks a buffalo in the head. This video was uploaded by a YouTuber named Sabi Sabi Game Reserve in Mpumalanga, South Africa, when a 9-year-old Alex Ree and other visitors to the Sabi Sabi private game reserve witnessed this comical encounter as this mischievous young male elephant began taunting mocking a herd of African buffalo. A young elephant tries his luck with the buffalo and kicks him lightly in the head, but it seems that the buffalo didn't find any humor in that tap. An elephant and buffalo are face to face when the elephant approaches a buffalo and hits him on the head in a friendly way. The buffalo don't take it very well. Mongoose vs king cobra. Mongooses are renowned for their ability to kill venomous snakes, especially cobras. A video shared by Indian Forest Services officer Sasantananda shows just how these small carnivores fight and evade snakes. The video shared by Mr. Nanda shows how one mongoose escaped a cobra attack in a split second. The blink and you miss it moment, slowed down in this video, shows the mongoose jumping into the air as the cobra strikes, making its jet away in the nick of time. That split second to evade the cobra and end matters the most for the mongoose when they square up to each other. He also drew attention to the mongoose's tail, writing, "The use of the tail as a rudder to navigate and balance when in air is spectacular." What do you think of this mongoose fight with cobra? Let us know using the comments section. Leopard vs porcupine. The mighty predator was put in its place after the spiky rodent refused to back down during a fight. Wildlife enthusiast Little Moolman in Kruger National Park, South Africa, which was shot in 2012, but have just come to light, shows a sharp skirmish with the spotted cat. She had been driving along the road when she saw the leopard dart across. Minutes later the leopard and porcupine tumbled out of the bushes and began to fight. Concern for the porcupine, armed with sharp quills, soon faded as it put on an aggressive show and proved more than a match for the confused leopard. The porcupine was a worthy opponent. It was quite aggressive and shaking its quills, raising them to appear larger. The leopard was certainly inexperienced. The battling creatures fought 20 minutes before the leopard gave up and walked off to lick its wound on its front leg. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Also don't forget to subscribe to always be in the top 10 videos world.